Have you ever wondered where the mythical city of King's Landing truly came to life? What if I told you that a real city with breathtaking architecture and a rich history inspired the dramatic landscapes of Westeros? Welcome to Dubrovnik in Croatia, a place where reality mimics fantasy in the most astonishing ways. Dubrovnik is more than just a city, it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site that stands proudly on the Adriatic coast. Its stunning medieval city walls, built in the 12th century, encircle a vibrant old town that feels almost timeless. Like King's Landing, it's rich with stories of battles, trade, and a thriving culture that has survived through centuries. As I explored the streets, I was immediately struck by the warm golden colors of the ancient stone buildings and the intricate details that adorn every corner. Each alleyway tells a story, whispering tales of Dubrovnik Pass and its pivotal role in the Mediterranean trade routes. As I explore the winding streets of Dubrovnik's old town, it is impossible not to be captivated by its stunning architecture. The well-preserved city walls rise majestically around the ancient city, creating a powerful fortress that whispers tales of its history. With each step, I marvel at the blend of Gothic, Renaissance, and Baroque styles that bring the city to life, a true testament to its artistic and cultural significance. And here, standing atop the city walls, I find one of the standout moments of these first impressions during my visit. The panoramic views of the shimmering Adriatic Sea, the vibrant orange rooftops of the old town contrasting beautifully with the deep blue of the water, creating a scene that feels almost unreal. It is here that the magic of Dubrovnik truly encapsulates the essence of King's Landing, where every corner turn reveals yet another breathtaking view. I got to say that the whole journey here inside of the city walls is very tiring because it's over 35 degrees and it's over 3 kilometers of walls that you go through all the old town surroundings with the beautiful views of the Adriatic Sea. Over there we got another fortress, which I'm gonna talk about later, but look how amazing all this Gothic and Renaissance architecture is, guys. You can even see old ruins that's still, pretty much very well preserved. Very important to note that these walls and this city of Dubrovnik in general is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, one of the most well preserved places in all Europe, and you can tell why. It's pretty much like if you're stepping back in history. It's really impressive. I hope you can appreciate as much as I am through the lenses of my camera. And luckily, as you reach almost the very end part of the walls, the city walls, you go here an area in which they sell you fresh drinks, luckily, because it's extremely hot. The girl that was serving me, she said actually it's not that hot in compared with other days. So imagine when it's proper hot and you are climbing all these city walls, which we just started over probably around that side, the very beginning, and we are at the very end. And we still need to go a little bit up. So the water cost me 3 euros, so a bit expensive, but I reckon if they would have told me 10 euros, I would have paid it because I'm sweating like crazy. We continued walking, we find this sort of like bar terrace here in the city walls, luckily because I really needed another refreshment apart from the water earlier. So with these beautiful views from the city walls, you can enjoy beers. I will tell you how much it is afterwards, but yeah, it's definitely worth it. They made a really good plan because people definitely, after almost ending this whole journey, it's gonna be very thirsty. And look what we go over here. We go here the Pile Gate, which is the main entrance to the old town, and it's still very beautiful, well maintained, and we still got these chains that to be used back in the day. So yeah, really cool that we still got this kind of, architectures. I mean, you have to pay 35 euros to enter into the city walls, but there is a reason behind. There are not many, edifications and architectures like this, that many around the world. And something that I suggest you, if you want to come for more than one day to Dubrovnik, is to buy the city pass, Dubrovnik Pass. So it costs 35 euros for one day, but includes you different museums apart from the city walls. And they have also for 55 euros for 3 days. If you're gonna be here 3 days, you can enter the city walls. So it costs pretty much the same like if you pay just for the city walls entrance. So it's really good price in my opinion. And look at this, obviously loads and lots of people entering the old town. It's very important to note that just because of the Game of Thrones itself, it is estimated that 1 million people visit a year the old town, mainly because of Game of Thrones. So that's the impact this important series of HBO has given to this city. So far, my first impressions over here in Dubrovnik is that it is extremely beautiful, and even though it's super crowded of people, you can find still many beautiful alleyways in which are not so crowded like the rest. And yeah, it definitely feels like if you are stepping back in history with all these limestone walls, and is that even the floor is still the original from the 6th century pretty much. So it definitely gives you this feeling that you are stepping back in history. So definitely you can tell why this was used as the set of the King's Landing for the series of Game of Thrones, the capital city of the 7 kingdoms throughout the series. So it's really cool. It really reflects, you know, what you see in the series. When you come here in real life, it's like, wow, it's very impressive. Something I really like about the main square over here is that when you are taking a photo, it looks from narrow to wider. So this was made on purpose during the construction of the city to make, you know, an impact when you are looking at it. So it's not Photoshop, it's actually what it looks like. Over here we can see the large Onofrio's fountain, which is one of the Dubrovnik's most important landmarks. In here actually people come to refresh themselves in hot days like today. As you can see, people take water from there. For many centuries it has been safe to take water from this fountain, and even though it was destroyed in 1667 earthquake, it has been restored and it still have the original structure of what it was like back in 1438. So yeah, really good spot if you want to drink some fresh water from here in Dubrovnik in hot days like today. So if you got your bottle of water, you can easily fill it up over here. It's really cold water. Really fresh as well. I really needed it because my water was finished and it's extremely hot. Something surprisingly you go here in Dubrovnik, I mean, I know everyone comes because of the city walls and the old architecture and the old town, but you go here, pretty decent beaches. I know pretty much they are small and they're made of pebbles, but yeah, in sunny days like today, people come and enjoy themselves here at the sea, and there are some beach bars surrounding the sea as well. So pretty cool if you would like to enjoy a different day when coming here to Dubrovnik. But I didn't bring my swimwear today, so no beach for me today. Maybe another day. Now I'm looking for somewhere to eat actually, because I'm quite hungry after visiting the city walls and the old town of Dubrovnik. So let's see what we find. So after visiting the old town and the city walls, I have come to this place called Dubravka, which is a restaurant someone from one of the bars at the city walls she recommended me. So let's try. I have ordered fish plate, so obviously it has some prawns, salmon, sea bass, octopus and some fries on the side. And it's very nice as well, this place, because right in front you got the bay water and the fortress, and on this side you got the city walls just within a few meters. So pretty cool view over here, and I'm gonna have a beer as well. So this is what is left from my food. As you can see, I was extremely hungry. I didn't even record my impression when I was eating because I was extremely hungry. I got to say it was a small portion, but it was very fresh, so I'm happy with it. Right now I'm just continuing eating, drinking some beer while enjoying here the peaceful environment over here. As you can see, a lot of tourists, they go over there to take photos of the bay, and I'm just chilling here while sharing with you over here my experiences. My first impressions over here in Dubrovnik are really good. I highly recommend it if you like history, if you like Game of Thrones, and if you like old architecture. This is an architecture which is Renaissance and Gothic, and I found it very beautiful. It's very colorful, this city as well, and I got to say so far people has been very friendly. Later I'm gonna go to one more place, and also I'm gonna be sharing with you how much is the accommodation that I'm staying at, and I'm gonna show you what it's like so you can see whether it's worth it or not. I got to say this city, in compared with others I have been, it's a bit more expensive than others, but it's definitely worth to come in to visit for all the things I previously mentioned. So that's the restaurant I was just eating at, And as you can see, a lot of people comes on this part to enjoy the beautiful views of the Adriatic Sea, the Lovrijenac Fortress, the city walls, and over there they go a bay, which is also very famous, and I'm gonna be showing you shortly. So pretty cool. So the price for my lunch was of 50 euros altogether. So that was for one beer, one bottle of water, and the fish plate that I show you. So as I said before, it's not cheap, Dubrovnik at all. But their main industry over here is the tourism. They don't have nothing else. So obviously it's very busy during the months of like March until September, and after those months they don't really have nothing, so they make the most during those months. And it's important to know that they receive so many tourists that the government from next year will not allow in Dubrovnik more Airbnbs and hotels. So from January next year, obviously the old ones, they can continue doing so, but they're not gonna set any new ones, because basically it has become very difficult for local people to find houses to live, so it has become a problem. So the mayor has set this law from next year so that locals can find places to rent and live, as it has become very expensive and difficult for them. So in one way it's very good, the tourism for the people over here, but it has become also a little of a problem. So literally over that side is where I was having my lunch, and as you go down, little pathway which is gonna lead you over here to West Dubrovnik Pier, which has become a very famous site for tourists because of Game of Thrones. This is actually the place that set as Blackwater Bay in the series Game of Thrones. In here was also filmed the Battle of Blackwater Bay, in which King's Landing was defending themselves from Baratheon, which tried to invade King's Landing. It certainly looks like the part in the series. I'm gonna leave you some clips so that you remember it. So yeah, pretty cool. And from here you got really nice views of the Adriatic Sea. And don't worry if you get lost. If you get lost a little bit, what you find is very beautiful alleys like these ones, very locals, and in the background the beautiful city of Dubrovnik. Really cool. What I love the most is the architecture. Like everywhere is limestone. So really untouched, very well preserved. Even though it's very touristy place, you can find these quiet alleyways like this one I'm currently at while I'm just exploring a little bit the upper part of the city. So after walking a little bit, quite a lot, we arrived to this place which is called Malapusa Beach Park. So interestingly, there's no chairs, but people use like beer boxes to sit down, so that's pretty cool. I will probably gonna have a beer and I will let you know how much it is. But from here you go, obviously really nice views of the city walls over there. And over there is like a small part in which people is swimming. Actually they jumping from the rock as well. So yeah, pretty cool if you want to come and swing a little bit. So as I said before, look, the chairs is the beer boxes. So after a long day exploring Dubrovnik, my first hours over here, my first impressions is that it's very beautiful, a bit expensive in my opinion for food and drinks, but it's worth it in my opinion because this historic city is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and it has a lot to offer for the tourists in my opinion. You go city, you go iconic landmarks. If you are a fan of Game of Thrones, you got many sites from that was used for this series. So really cool. Now is the time to show you my accommodation. The good thing is that it has views of the seaside and of that really nice bridge over there. So it's an apartment located over here. And I'm gonna show you what it's like on the inside. So this is the apartment I'm staying at here in Dubrovnik. I'm gonna leave you the details here in case you like it. As I said before, it's 11 minutes by car and about 20 minutes by bus from the old town up to here. It's a bit more peaceful than the city center, obviously. Less people over here. And as you can see, it has a really nice living room. Got kitchen over there. I'll show you now the room. Pretty spacious, lot of space, really nice. They have a fridge over here as well. They include you some coffee, tea. Obviously, pretty much you need everything you need. Really nice toilet as well. So as I was saying previously in the video, it has become a problem that almost every house in Dubrovnik is an Airbnb or an apartment for rent, so it makes it difficult for the locals to live, for rent to find a place. So the price for this apartment, I'm gonna leave you the details over here and the name. It was 572 euros for 4 nights. So expensive, as I said before, but much cheaper than staying at the old town. I saw some prices crazy for some places, over 2,000 euros for 4 nights. Unbelievable. We are not right in summer. At the moment I'm recording this video is September, so in theory it should be less pricey, but as I said before, they just live off tourism and it's a lot of competition, demand apartments, Airbnbs, hotels. So yeah, this is it for this video, guys, of first impressions and hotel tour of Dubrovnik. Please stay tuned. Do not forget to leave a comment below, to subscribe to the channel and activate notifications, and I will be seeing you in the next adventure. Travel wonderful.